Hello friends, welcome back to this video session on Java programming fundamentals. In this video we'll understand how to create a Java class and how to create an object of that class and call some of the methods of that class. So let us begin with writing a Java class. One of the very important feature of object-oriented language is encapsulation. And if we see the definition of encapsulation is wrapping the data and functions together into a unit is called encapsulation, and that unit is a class. So what we do inside a class is we bind the data members and member functions together so that we can create the object of that class, and then the memory will be allocated once we create the object of that class, and then we can call those methods and implement the functionalities. So the syntax is very simple. You can see there we are creating a class called student, which is a public class. We'll talk about the access specifiers very soon. So it is a public class student, private int roll number and private string name. So these are the two data members, and there is a special member function which has the same name as that of class name is nothing but a constructor. So this will initialize the data members of a class, and we can write a number of constructors into our class as long as the parameter list is different. And there's a method which returns the roll number of a particular student. So public int get roll number. So let us create our own class and then execute those classes by creating some objects. So let me just close all my apps. Okay, so let me create a class. Now I'm going to create a class, public class. I'm going to create a doctor class. Okay, and now when I create a doctor class, I need to identify the properties that I'm going to put into the doctor object. Okay, so when you are identifying the properties, you'll choose only those properties which are important to you. You will exclude all the other properties which are not required in your application. Okay, so at the time we create a class, we implement encapsulation as well as we implement abstraction. In the sense, we know abstraction is hiding unwanted details and exposing only the important details. So like here, if I try to create a doctor class, what I'm going to put into this doctor class as properties or data members, the only important things, not the unwanted details. For example, I'm going to put the doctor name, okay, the specialty, what is the date of birth, and what is the fees. I'm not going to put the weight of the doctor, height of the doctor, the hair color of the doctor. We are not going to put. So this is what we are implementing is abstraction, is hiding unwanted details and exposing only the essential information. So I'm going to now also implement the abstraction. So private string first name, private string last name, private string date of birth, and private double fees. Now if you look at these data members are private, okay, and these are private members, and this private keyword is nothing but is the access specifier. So there are 4 access specifiers in Java. First one is private, which has access only in same class in which it is declared. So when I say private members, private members will have access only in the same class in which they are declared. Next is default. We don't write the default keyword here in order to make those data members default. We don't write this keyword here. We just keep it empty. We don't specify the access specifier. That will become a default access. Means now the members has access in same class as well as in in other classes in same package with object. So let me also write it here. Same class without object as well as in other classes in the same package with object. So means if I want to access these members from outside the class, I have to create the object of dot class and then call these members by using the dot operator. So third access specifier is protected. So has access in same class without object, same package with object, and in sub classes located in any package without object. Means you do not need to create the object in order to access the protected data members from the superclass. So the inheritance concept we'll see in the next video. So that is protected, and the fourth one is public, which has access anywhere. So from anywhere with object we can access these public members. So these are four access specifiers that we can write. Okay, so we also have some other access modifiers, so which are static, so in which we do not need an object to call those static members. Object is not required in order to call these members. Then we have final. uh, these are constant fields or methods. Okay, the value cannot be changed. Abstract, a method without a body, that we'll discuss in the next video. Volatile, this is used in case of multi-threading. Right, so access, static, final, abstract, volatile, these are the keywords that we can use in order to make some variable static, final, abstract, volatile. And you can also use a transient keyword used in serialization. We'll discuss at the time of serialization what is transient keyword. So these are some access modifiers and these are some access specifiers in Java. So here I'm writing the data members as private so that my members or data members are secured only with the help of object, and that too the public members can be called, not the private members. And here I'm going to create a method public void, and I'll say save doctor, and I will pass some information to it. So string fname, string lname, string date of birth, comma, double doctor fees. And then what I'll do is I'll assign these values to the instance variable, the field variables. So first name is equal to fname, last name is equal to name, div is equal to date of birth, and fees is equal to doctor. And then I'll put a method which will print these details. So public void print details, which will not accept anything and will just print the doctor details. So system.out.println doctor, and I'll put this into the square bracket. So I have 4 fields. I'm going to concatenate using this plus operator. First name, last name, DOB. So I missed out this one, and then fees. Fees. So that is my class. So and then I'll save this class into my folder, and I'll give that name as doctor.java. So once it is saved, I'll open my command prompt, and then I can go to my directory, and then I can say java c. Before that, I'll say set path is equal to c:/program files java jdk bin. The path is set, then I'll use java c doctor.java, and there is no error in it, so successfully compiled. Now what I will do is I'll create a tester class. So public class tester1, and then I'm going to put this main method into it. Then I can create an object of this class. So doctor is equal to new doctor, and then say doctor object dot saved doctor, and then I will pass on some information. Amit, first name, Kumar, date of birth is 02 July 1985, then fees is 400, and then I can say doctor dot print details, and then I'll save this tester1.java. Then now I'll compile tester1.java, and it is successfully compiled. And then I will run the tester class because it has a main method into it. I cannot run the doctor class because doctor class doesn't contain a main method. So you should run the class which has the main method. So here you can see Dr. Amit Kumar, and then the date of birth and the fees. So that's how we can create a class. Then we create the object and then call the methods. In the next video, we'll talk about the memory picture of this example, how the memory is allocated. That we'll discuss, and then we'll discuss the constructors. So that is all we have in this video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.